Welcome back to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. I told you we have a couple updates on some stories that we've been doing. You may remember when we hit Francis Slocum State Park with Robert Washney and Jim McCabe. They were doing a little pre-fishing for their fundraiser, a 12-hour fishing day, and they call themselves Casting for a Cure. Well, that event took place on September 9th. Their goal was $3,000, and guess what? They completely blew that goal right out of the water. They are actually making a donation to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for $4,037. Guys, hats off. I know, I drove by you that day. I saw you guys fishing. Good going. Now, we're gonna go back and visit Scott Belisle from Lehigh Fishing. He's changed a lot and he's added a lot of fishing rods to his catalog. What is the Lehigh Fishing Company? What do you make?
We make premium rods for the avid angler. Simple as that. I took 2.5 years of my life to design and go through R&D, a couple rod models. I started out with 5. From there, I've added on. The last time you guys were in the shop, I had 13. Now I'm up to 22. A lot of people don't understand I actually make my own blanks. This is a raw blank that I had just manufactured. This is a raw blank. This has just been baked, came out of the oven. After this, it gets sanded down. Now I have target diameters every so many inches up the blank, so they get sanded to within 0.003 of an inch tolerance. Then they get 2 coats of tinted clear coat. And then after that, it's ready to be built. You put the guides, the reel seat, the grips, and everything else. What makes my rods different than everybody else's? The quality that goes into them. As simple as that. You know, I make everything by hand. The blanks are handmade, and obviously you have to wrap the guides and put on the grips and the reel seat. That's all obviously done by hand. But I do everything one at a time. These aren't mass-produced rods. They're built one at a time. I do have a line of production rods, but you can also customize them. As far as even making a custom blank, I have actually made custom blanks for guys over the years.
So I see fly rods, spinning rods. Now you got surf rods out there as well.
Yeah.
This is a great little collection of rods you have going here.
Yeah, you know, people like to collect shoes. I like to collect fishing rods and reels. So, yeah. You can't have just one.
What's the newest endeavor that you got into?
Well, I'd like to get into my surf rods.
Okay.
For years, guys have been getting on me about putting surf rods out, so I finally got around to doing it.
That's beautiful.
And yeah, you know, same quality that goes into any of my rods goes into this. Obviously just a lot bigger. This one's 11 feet.
Wow.
What's kind of unique about this rod is the fact that it's not a 50-50 split. The butt section is only 4 feet and the tip is 7 feet.
Wow.
So what that does is it forces the ferrule area back down towards the butt where your wall thickness is a lot thicker, so it's more durable.
Right.
It's stronger.
Show me this blue handled rod. What is that all about?
Okay. A couple years ago, I decided to take the same technology that I developed for the blanks and start building grips out of it. So that's a composite grip, tinted to match the blank.
That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And you know what? I noticed that even you look at that and you say, man, you could probably beat somebody up with it, but you can't. That is super light.
Yeah.
Right? Super
well,
light.
That's one of the things about composite materials, that they are light, and that's why people tend to gravitate towards, you know, composite rods and whatnot, you know, carbon rods, and everything, because of the weight reduction. So yeah.
That's beautiful. And I'm sorry, buddy, I'm not a golfer. I see putters back there.
Yeah, I got into the golf industry. I do make golf putters now. To be honest, that shaft for that putter is actually the butt section to this rod right here, my 7-foot heavy.
No kidding.
It actually happened to work with the tooling and everything, that I was actually able to make it work with putter heads.
Scott has come a long way in the rod selection he now makes. It includes fly rods, spinning rods, ice fishing rods, and of course, a surf rod. We watched him do a little work on this spinning rod.
For each rod model that I have a technical drawing, or a set of technical drawings, that basically tell me how to build this rod from start to finish, down to the layering that I use to make the blank. And then once I'm done with that, after it's baked, Then it gets sanded. Now I have measurements every so many inches,
Okay.
down to the thousandth of an inch. It gets sanded to those tolerances, and then it gets 2 coats of clear.
Right.
And then after that, you glue on the grips in the butt seat,
Yep.
or the real seat, and you start building. Now I've already kind of got a start on it. I put the labels on and the hook keeper.
Okay.
And this rod is kind of a patriotic vibe to it, so we're going with the red and white guide wraps. But another thing that this drawing tells me is the distance for each guide and where it gets placed.
One by one, he aligns the eyes and then attaches the tip with the hot glue. And it's time to wrap.
And we start to wrap. Now first we're going to put on a section of white.
Okay.
And a burnishing tool always comes in handy to just manipulate the thread a little bit.
Scott spins and measures and spins some more. He changes to red and back to white until the eye is attached. But for the sake of television, when all of these are done and you epoxy it, do you have one similar to it that we could show the
Absolutely.
audience?
It's
Let's
almost
take a look at that.
identical to it. It's just instead of having the different color wraps,
Look
we're
at
just
that.
going with red.
Wow. And when you get epoxy this, it actually makes it feel like they were built into the rod.
Yeah.
That's really sharp. I tell you what, quality work, quality, quality, quality. Good luck in the future, Scott. And of course, there's always like little discounts and stuff, so be sure to check out his website at lehighfishing.com. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.